Hi, this is Fox Keegan. I'm here to give you a quick rundown on how production building assignments work. Now, this is on Alpha 0.1.2.2, which at the time of recording is in beta, but this should be production soon enough. Now, to get started, let's hit N, and my keys may be bound a little differently, so pay attention to how they're labeled. The first thing we're going to do is switch over to the Buildings tab. Now, we can't control anything in the houses, so let's get to your production buildings. The fastest way to do this is just to hit up on your either arrow key or whatever the default is. And you'll see all of our production buildings are down here at the bottom. Now to open these, it'll be whatever key you have bound to this. If for me it's A. Let's check out the Smithy. Now, opening up the Smithy, we're immediately drawn here. And we're looking at our craftsmen, we're looking at their skills, their names. What we need to see, and what so many people miss, is this extra tab, these pairs of tabs up here. This is the production tab, and it shows you, your progress and how close you are to producing something else. Right here, it doesn't look like anything's being produced, and that's just because I'm not making anything made out of wood and stone. If we scroll down, we'll see all of my production is in iron. And this is how fast they produce it, and this is how far along they are in producing their next version of that. So how do we decide what gets made here? That's the other tab. And what you'll see here is your total skill power. And this is the combination of all of your workers and their skill in that production. And we'll have a power bar from 0 to 100. You can have this set wherever you want, but you generally want it at 100. Down here, you can see I can't click up or down right now because I'm at 100% power, but this is where you would assign if you wanted to make wooden items. Anything that you have not yet researched is locked. Anything that they are working on will say working. Now, if they are not between the hours of 8 a.m. or 6 p.m., this will say free time, and that just means that you're not going to get any production at that point, but when they get back to work, you will. From here, you can turn down the power and reassign it to, say, something else. If I didn't want torches, but I wanted stone axes, and now they will make 0.06 of those per hour. If I bring it down, it's 0.3. You can move these around however you like, but the only important thing to know is that as of right now, if I were to take the bottom 10 of these, it's a perfect example of no resources that I was speaking of earlier, but if I were to take 10 of these and assign 10% power to each one of them, and if no resources were available for 9 of those 10, they will not actually switch up to 100% production on that last one. It'll still just be 10% production, so they don't switch all of their time over to working on the one thing that they can or the two things that they could. So you do need to make sure that anything that they're assigned to work for, unless you're okay with them losing those resources or that efficiency, that they are working on stuff that you do have the ability for them to work on. So right now, if I don't have the iron pike and I don't feel like switching around to make sure that they can access it, I could drop this down and move it over to something else, such as iron skinning knives. Or apparently I can't, but you get the idea. They will pull from storage, the storage buildings first, and I believe that they will pull from local storage after that. But if they can't access it from either of those, they won't have the resources for it. I hope this tutorial helps you.